because it is what have you done for me lately, and that's something that you can put on there. But what did he do the next week against a division rival? He didn't do too well. So I'm just saying, it's things out there. Could we get the best out of Justin Fields? We could. We also could not. Man. He's a castaway. They don't even want him. This is a Josh Rosen, Kyler Murray situation all over again when you get to the principle of it. They don't feel like he's the guy. They feel like this guy, Caleb Williams, who they've only seen in college, is the guy. They feel like he has better intangibles. So I'm just saying, guys, like, it's things that we just can't ignore. The upside,
it's a risk and reward business, bro. It's a risk and reward business. Prime example. Who on this panel heard of other than last year when his name was out there? Who the hell knew who Brock Purdy was? I take your time out, man. Nobody did. Nobody did.
Yeah.
So it's a risk and reward business, man. I'm like, if you feel like Justin Fields has this kind of upside, why not take a chance on him? You don't have to plan for the next 2 years or whatever it can be, and he fits that timeline as far as your age group or what we already have on the roster. Why not?
I got something to say.
Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I feel this is how I look at it. If you think about how Terry has been building the team and how he helped build the team with the Saints, most of the players that they drafted, most of the players they bring in always had the upside. They always see the potential in what they had, which is why they always end up having the sleeper pick, the people nobody think about. They always stacked every year because they always look at the potential. Out of all these players that we looking at between, Justin, Russ, and Kirk, Justin got the most upside.
Yeah, I agree.
And with 19 coaches, I don't understand what's the point of having 19 coaches if you're not looking at development. Because Russ is old in his career, Kirk is old in his career. So you're not bringing 19 coaches to develop somebody that already know your system. You're not getting 19 coaches to have an opinion on older players that's already looking at the system. If the system
that's my point, my boy.
Look, if the system is what everybody keeps talking about, if that's the case, then we should be looking at Baker also, because Baker just played in that system over a year ago. So if the system is really what we talking about, then I think that we overlooking that too, because Baker got some of the same things that Justin got. He able to move, he able to throw deep ball, and he got a little bit better accuracy than Justin might have.
I think he's the best athlete out of all those guys.
Can I add to that right quick, fellas, if you don't mind? To what my boy just said. What people overlooking is Justin Fields ran that same similar type system at Ohio State. They ran that West Coast style offense. He ran the exact same offense at Ohio State. Right. So this notion that Justin Fields can't play that football or can be accurate is false.
Right. I got one more point to make. When I listened to Raheem Morris and he said he was in Atlanta already, he knew what this offense looked like. He knew what it looked like. If we go back to Kirk Cousins, it's gonna look the same it did with Matt. We're gonna have a productive quarterback putting up a lot of numbers, but when you take the money away from signing him, you're gonna have the same issue we had with not being able to put a defense behind Matt and all this shit like that. If you invest in Justin, you don't even have to pick up the 5th-year option. If he come in, he play good enough to get the 5th-year option, then we'll be looking at paying him the money we talking about paying Kirk. But if you don't, you able to go get a Daniil Hunter and go get more pieces to add to this defense while this division is soft as hell. And then also look at our division and what we play and what's their weaknesses. Everybody in our division other than Tampa could barely stop our run game. So if you add Justin into that, along with Bijan, if we go get another, I don't know, a late running back or something, and we just still like, even though it's gonna be a passing offense, we still able to run the ball.
Right.
I don't know. The Saints beat us. They beat us with stuff like Taysom and shit like that. It's time for us to have the same type of skill set in our offense to hit them back. So,
and then also too, fellas, I mean, regardless of the quarterback, we got to remember too that Zach Robinson can fit the scheme to the quarterback.
Any player, right?
Yeah, he can fit the scheme to the quarterback. And I want to say this too. I don't believe that Justin Fields gets traded. Because, I mean, if I'm Justin Fields' agent, I'm going to be a good agent and tell them, hey, and a clause in this deal is when you trade for him, you must sign him to into his extension. Ain't no you going to let him play it out and we're going to see what's going on. Ain't no, you know, so no low risk, high reward. No, he's coming here and he's getting paid.
But I don't think Justin has a choice. He don't have a decision in that fight. If they let him go and trade him, that's he is free property at that point. But him coming home, that add a little bit more of, you know what I'm saying? That add a little bit more. Okay, we'll see what happens in Atlanta if you bring him here. But if you, like everybody's saying, go get a quarterback in the draft. We pretty much betting on the same thing we betting on with one of them. The potential and what they could
I can live with that.
Right.
I can live with me going to go pick my guy. Right. I didn't pick none of these guys.
Right. But with Justin, you've already seen flashes and what he is in the NFL. So when they come out of college, they come to NFL. That don't necessarily mean they're gonna be what they were in college in the NFL. We seen him versus grown men. We seen him versus our defense. So, you know,
that's why I was going with it. That's exactly where I was going. Chip, look how he looked against us, man. He looked all world against us. All world.
I know it. And it's crazy. I know out of that.